This is chapter number 1, the Earth in the solar system. Earth is a planet in a solar system. The solar system has sun as the basis. I'll tell you how. Before that, whenever in the night time we look at the sky, whenever we look at the sky, we see various things. Some objects, some are shining, some are not, some are blurry, some twinkle, some doesn't. All these objects which we see, we are going to talk today. Let me tell you the formation first. The formation is like this. The sun is here, and sun is the ultimate source of energy in the solar system. I'll tell you what solar system is, but right now this solar system, sun is the basic source of energy. Earth is a planet and there are 8 other planets, and these planets, they revolve around sun in the fixed path, or we'll call it as an orbit. So Earth also rotates and revolves. That is, if you imagine an imaginary axis, it rotates also on its axis, and at the same time it revolves around the sun also. So sun and earth is a planet. Similarly, Earth has moon. Moon is called the satellite of Earth. The 8 planets we are going to talk about, most of them has their own moon. Now this moon does what? It is related to Earth. So now it revolves around the Earth. Moon revolves around the Earth. So because of this formation, sometime this moon is directly in between sun and Earth. Sun is the ultimate source of energy. That is, heat and light comes from sun for all these planets. And this Earth this moon is in between Earth and sun. Moon also, Earth also get the heat and light from here only. And in a fortnight, that is in 15 days, moon comes here. So this is the scenario, that the sunlight is here. Now when the moon is in between Earth and the sun, we don't see it because the moon is also rotating on its axis. That is why we don't see it. And when it comes here, that is after 15 days, when it comes here, so sun is here, Earth is here, moon is here, we are able to see clearly the full moon. In between also it changes its the transparency or opaqueness. Sometimes you can see half of it, sometimes you can see only 1/3 of it, sometimes you can see 2/3 of it. So there is for a whole month there are certain position. This full moon is also called as Purnima, and this, that is new moon situation, is also called as Amavasya. Amavasya is this position, full moon is this position, which is also called as Purnima, right? So very bright light of the sun does not allow us to see all these bright objects in the night sky. I'm saying that if you are asking yourself or me that why can't we see this in the daytime? Because in the daytime all these celestial or all the shining star or whatever you see up in the sky, because of the sun's light in the daytime, because Earth also rotates, so half of the time it's for us, the night time, whole day 24 day is divided into 12-hour night time and 12-hour daytime, like this. So this moon, and then all those objects which you see in the sky, especially in the night sky, and these all are called as celestial bodies, Khagoliya Pind. Moon is Chandrama, Earth is Prithvi, Sun is Suraj. So we call it as celestial bodies or Khagoliya Pind, right? Now these celestial bodies, some may be very big, very big and very hot, and they are made up of gases. So sun is simply a gas, a formation. Sun is not a block like it, like earth is having mountains and rocks, etc. Sun is just gas, and these gases are so hot. They are so hot. Sun is having gases, and it is having its own energy, that is it's an energy resource source, and sun is providing heat and light for all other objects in the solar system. So those objects which have their own heat and light, they can provide it, or they have it. These celestial bodies are known as stars. Okay, stars have their own heat and light. So there are number of stars like sun. And why don't we feel, because sun is very hot, why don't we feel, even if in the afternoon, especially in the middle region and lower region of India, if we are out in the summers, we will not be able to stand. Why? It's too hot. But we are so much far away from sun. We are 15 lakh crore kilometer from sun. So this much distance also we are getting enough heat and light for us to survive. Now, as I said, that whenever in the evening time, night time, you see in the sky, you find some formations. Like if I say this one, you'll say, oh, this is a triangle. And if I say this, you'll say, oh, this is a rectangle or a square. So there is a proper pattern. You know that pattern. Same way, these stars on this sky, they also form certain pattern. And these patterns are known as, or the group of stars which make certain pattern like this, they are known as constellations. What are they called? Constellations. Okay. Now we can easily recognize by their formation. For example, there are two formations. One this one. This is called the Big Bear, and this is called the Small Bear. Big Bear, Small Bear. Here the picture is showing the girl is watching what? This is 7 star. This is called as a Saptarishi. Saptarishi. Actually, this is Indian name, but the actual name is called as the Small Bear, and this one is Bigger Bear. If we combine like this, they form a pattern of these bear. So if you remember, Small Bear is Saptarishi and Big Bear is Big Bear. This is also called as Ursa Major. Big Bear, this Big Bear is Ursa Major or Big Bear. This is Small Bear, or in Indian mythology we call it as Saptarishi. Now in ancient time, what would happen? People, how would they travel? In which direction they can travel? So especially in the night time, there is one star which is called as the Dhruv Tara, that is the pole star. Now pole star first of all, it is always fixed in this sky. It never changes its position, and it points the north direction, Uttar Disha. Pole star is pointing to the north direction. This is how people know the direction. This is the pole star. Now how are you going to find out where this pole star is, Dhruv Tara is? So let me take you to this girl. Now this girl, if you see, this is the Small Bear or Saptarishi, 7 stars, and you know that to make a line we need 2 points. So we can make a line. So when we extend this line, this is a pole star or Dhruv Tara. So if you extend this, join these 2 stars and extend it, it will directly go to the pole star. That is how you can identify or locate the pole star. Okay. Now, as I said, some stars like the sun, they have their own energy, that is, they have heat and light. But there are certain stars which don't have this. They don't have their own heat and light, and these are known as planets. These are known as planets, right? And this planet word has come from planetai. The word is planetai, and this means wanderers. Wanderers means just finding things here and there. And the earth where we live, is a planet, and the sun is a star, because sun has heat and light, earth doesn't have. And one more thing is, as I said earlier, moon is our satellite. Moon is like our companion. So there are 8 other planets which we talk about, and there's various planets, and 8 planets. There are various other planets which have companions like moon we have. Let me tell you, Jupiter, Saturn, Uranus, and these three have rings around them. So these planets, they will have ring. And what are these ring? These rings, which you can easily see them using powerful telescope, and these are nothing but the belt of debris. Debris means say pebbles, say gases. So small things, when you see from here, you see them like a ring. This is our solar system. Solar system, in the middle we have sun. In the middle we have sun. Now sun, he is here, and these are 8 planets. 8 planets, they revolve around this sun, like Mercury, Venus, Earth, like this. So Mercury, Venus, like this. All of them, they revolve around the sun. Also, on their axis, they rotate also. So first of all, this sun has its own energy and light. Others, they don't have. Other planets, they don't have. Some of them have rings. As I said, these are debris. These are simple, you can say, dust and small stones. These are the ring. And there is an asteroid belt. Asteroid only have small these rocks here. And since there is some gravitational pull, as I say, that you will be wondering why this moon and earth has something in common. That is, moon always go round and round earth. Same way, earth goes round and round the moon. Why? This sun. Why? Because there is a gravitational pull. There is a gravitational force. That is why this earth does not change its path. It will always be moving around. This Mercury, Venus, Earth, Mars always will have the same orbit or path. So let me start with the first one, which is the nearest one, Mercury. Now I will tell you 3 things. First will be how much time does it take to move this orbit around the sun. Second thing I am going to tell you is how much time does it take to spin on its axis, imaginary axis. It rotates also, like a lattu. And then the third one is how many moons any planet has, like we have one moon. So the Mercury, the orbit time around the sun is 88 days. The spin time is 59 days. And it has no moon. Venus, and these are the distance. These are distance. See, 58, this is 58 light years. 1 light year is the time a light has taken for 1 year. How much distance the light has taken to cover in 1 year. This is light year. 1 year is 365 days, and light speed is 3 into 10 to the power 8 meter per second. So it's a huge light years are huge distances. That is, light is very fast, and how much time does it take to travel in 1 year? That is 1 light year, and this is 58 light years away. Okay. Now, coming to the second one, which is Venus. Now, this orbit time is 255 days. The spin time is 243 days. Earth is, the orbit around Sun is, we know, 1 year, that is 365.25 days. Let me write it, it's 365 days. And what about this second one, which is the one spin on axis, that is 1 day or 24 hours. We have 1 moon. Coming to Mars, the one orbit around the Sun is 687 days. One spin on the axis, 1 day. Similar, almost similar. Number of moons, 2. Now coming to Jupiter. Jupiter, it takes 11 years, 11 months and almost 12 years. One spin, 9 hours, 56 minutes. And number of moons, it has 16 moons like us we have. Then we have Saturn. Saturn, it takes 29 years, 5 months to rotate, revolve around the Sun. And then we have this one spin, that is 10 hours, 40 minutes. A number of moons, we have 18 moons. Then we have Uranus. This is Uranus. Uranus, 84 years it takes. 84 years. 17 hours and 14 minutes to rotate. And 17 moon it has. Coming to Neptune. Neptune, 164 years it takes to take one revolution around the Sun. 16 hours, 7 minutes for rotating on its axis, and 8 moons it has. Okay, and this whole system is solar system. Sun is in between. How do you remember these planets? There is simple way. My very efficient mother just served us nuts. MVEMJSUS. My very efficient mother just served us nuts. This is how you can remember these planets. Pluto was a planet, but it is not now. It's called as dwarf star now. So, as I said, this solar system has Sun its head. And let me tell you one more thing, that this solar has soul, S-O-L, and this has come from Roman mythology, and this is related to anything which is related to sun god. That is how we call the solar system. This word has come from here. And there are various words which we use in English that has taken from various other languages like Greek, etc. So let me give you an example like this. Always know that geo means earth. Geo. So anything related with this, geo is related to earth. So in this geography, geo means earth. And now if you say geography, graphy means writing. So geography is writing about the earth. If you combine logi with geo, it means study of the earth. If you combine metry with geo, it is measurement of the earth. Metry means measurement. If you combine oid with geo, it is resembling the shape of the form of the earth. Anything which resemble the shape of the earth. Now in the solar system, so I hope you understand this is the solar system. Now coming to the center or the father of the solar system, center, which is the sun. Now sun has that force, that gravitational pull. That is how it has bound these to always revolve around, these all planets to revolve around the sun. And sun and earth, the distance between them is 150 million kilometer. That is 150 lakh crore. And since this is the distance, the sunlight, even it has the speed of 3 into 10 to the power 8 meter per second, or you can say 3 into 10 to the power 5 kilometer per second. This is the speed of the light. it takes 8 minutes for the light to come to the earth. Okay. Now planets. So in solar system we have 8 planets: Mercury, Venus, Earth, Mars, Jupiter, Saturn, Uranus and Neptune, that I know you will be able to learn by heart by now. And these are the orbits. These lines are imaginary lines, and these are orbits, kaksha, orbits, fixed orbits. And we also have a twin. Twin brother. So Venus and Earth, we are twin brothers. Why? Because we almost have the same size and shape. Until recently, August 2006, Pluto was also a planet, but now it is not a planet. There was a decision. This is now called as dwarf planet, right? Dwarf planet. It's not a planet in our solar system. Now Earth is the third nearest. 1, 2 and 3. So Earth is third nearest planet to the sun, and it is not like a complete ball. It's flat on its both. These are called poles. So these are dhruva. So uttari dhruva, dakshini dhruva. It is flattened here. So anything which resembles this Earth shape is called geoid. Anything which relates to this one is geoid, like Earth-like shape. Geoid is called anything which is having an Earth-like shape. And Earth has a favorable condition because we have air, we have water, and we have oxygen, we have carbon dioxide. This is for our breathing, this is for plants breathing, and that is why we are very special planet. We have life supporting system, and almost two-third of the Earth is covered by water. That is, if you see this globe out from the sky, this Earth will be blue, will look as blue. That is why we are blue planet. That is because of the existence of water. Most of the area is covered with water. We are called as blue planet. Now we have moon. Earth has only one satellite. So this is Earth. So we only have this Earth, one satellite, which is our moon. If I start walking from here to here, that is Earth to moon, I have to travel 384,400 kilometers. So this is the distance of Earth and moon, this much. And also the diameter, this is the diameter. This is the diameter. So diameter of moon is around 1/4 of the diameter of Earth. And how we see moon so big? Because it's quite closer to us. Okay. Now this moon also, this moves around the Earth in 27 days. And this is the same time it takes to revolve around its imaginary axis. So it also revolves around itself, means it is rotating itself and revolving 27 days. So both the times are 27 days for moon. Moon does not have any favorable condition for life. So it does not have either water or air. Moon doesn't have it, but it has mountains. There are certain things you need to know. The first man to step foot on moon was Sir Neil Armstrong, and this happened on 21st July 1969. And we also have the space mission. What happens? Since this moon is our natural satellite, but because we are intelligent people, we are scientists, so we send our own moons. These are called satellites, and these satellites are actually the artificial moons. You can say artificial satellites, and this satellite is the natural satellite. So we have this INSAT, IRS, Indian Remote Sensing, EduSat, and all other different names. Every country has some or the other satellite they have sent, and these satellites like moon are just revolving around Earth. There is a proper procedure, rocket science actually. So the rocket goes here, there is a payload. Payload is something which is the content here, and the content is the satellite. So when it goes out, it breaks into different parts, and finally at one orbit, that is the speed things are required. So at that axis, this is established. So now it works exactly same way like the moon is working. Now let me tell you the story of Rakesh Sharma. Rakesh Sharma was the first Indian to travel to space. When he traveled to space, Srimati Indira Gandhi ji, she was our Prime Minister. Now she asked Rakesh Sharma that how he was Wing Commander Rakesh Sharma, and he was from Indian Air Force. Now he was asked that, Rakesh, how do you see Earth from the space? And Rakesh Sharma said, everyone cried after that. Rakesh Sharma said, Madam, सारे जहां से अच्छा हिंदुस्तान हमारा. So two things are there: asteroids, meteoroids. Asteroids, meteoroids. These asteroids, these can be, hundreds of kilometers across, these asteroids, and they are mostly found in the asteroid belt. So this is the belt where these asteroids are, and they are nothing but rocks. They are rocks, and they are capable of hurting us. That is, they can come inside the earth and they can damage us. Let me tell you that earth has atmosphere. So we have troposphere, stratosphere, mesosphere, thermosphere, exosphere, like this. So whenever there are different say celestial bodies, mainly the asteroids and meteoroids, so these asteroids, when it, or whatever object are there, when it tries to come inside or close to earth, because of these different layering of atmosphere, this gets burned because of friction. But some of them reaches earth also. So asteroids, apart from the planets and satellites, there are number of tiny objects also, and these objects are called asteroids. And as I said, between Mars and Jupiter there is a belt, so these are called as asteroids. And how these small blocks or rocks have formed? Because maybe some planet was there, it broke because of some explosion, and these are all the remains of that planet. Meteoroids, these are small pieces of rocks, so they are found throughout the space. The average ones are very small size, like the pebbles. And typically, whenever they enter the earth atmosphere, they are, because of the friction, they burn. So they are seen as a shooting star. Shooting star. I'll just give you one more aspect of this, that the asteroid, these are big rocks flying through space. Meteor are rock burning up as it enters the atmosphere, like the shooting star. And this meteor will become meteoroid when it actually enters the earth's surface, or it hits the earth's surface. So parts of a meteor that made it all the way to the ground, these are called meteoroids. So I hope you have idea about meteoroids and asteroids now. Now if you see in the sky, these are milky things you see in the sky. This is called the galaxy. So the galaxy, see, this is the galaxy. This is called Milky Way galaxy. So our solar system is just one part of this Milky Way galaxy. And this Milky Way galaxy is just a part of a bigger area. We don't know how much length, width or circumference has, and this is called the universe Brahman. So there is a galaxy, Milky Way. We are the part of this Milky Way galaxy, and our solar system is the part of this. And this also is called as Milky Way galaxy is called as Akash Ganga. Ganga means the river flowing, Akash means the Akash or light flowing as a stream of water. So this is all about this topic. Thank you so much. Take care of yourself.